So, yesterday, at the time of me recording this video, a good friend of mine, a fellow YouTuber, Chorizo Machine, did a video, Bad Video Games. And it was about a game called Great Soccer on the SEGA Master System. So let's hear what the man himself had to say.
This is absolutely terrible.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. That game looks terrible. It looks bad. Now, I thought, let's play a bad football game of my own on the Sony PlayStation, and it's a game as well that Chorizo Machine wanted to see. And it's Three Lions, and here it is on the PlayStation, running on the real hardware. That's going through my OSSC, and it's being captured by my Hallparg HD PVR 60. So here we are, we're on the main screen. I'm just going to press the start button as it tells me to do. We get more loading. There's actually a video sequence, a video introduction of various clips from the England football team, from various, I think, World Cup qualifiers from back in 1997, ready for the World Cup 98 itself. So we get three options here: friendly match, tournament, and the options screen. I'm going to quickly go into options and game. It's on professional by default. I've not touched any of this. We've got a 5-minute half length. We've got a random time of day. The camera, I think this is going to be significant at the moment, is set to target cam, but I'm going to put it to side cam because typically that's what I would use in other football games. But we can't change the zoom or the height or anything of the camera, so we have to kind of deal with what they're giving us to that sort of end. Now, controls, we've got L1 for turbo. Yeah, you can tell this is more of an arcadey take on football, despite the fact that it's an officially licensed England football team product. And you can choose between the attack and defence controls to see what they are and change them, I think. So I'm just going to go back because I'm, happy with that. You've got the audio, which voices, crowd, effects, music, but no commentary. No commentary is the first thing I'm going to say that's a negative, because a lot of sports games at this time had commentary, whether it be NBA Jam, whether it be an ice hockey game like NHL, or the NBA games, NBA Live games, they had commentary. FIFA games had commentary. The ISS games had commentary, despite the fact it was usually pretty awful. Let's get into a friendly game. So I've got England here, obviously. It's where I'm from, and you can even see their kit, which is a fully licensed kit. And I'm actually going to choose to play against, and it's taken a while to scroll through these, and it's actually, I think, having to load the next kit to the next team. So the CPU I'm going to choose as Italy, and I'm going to have a quick look at the squad, and we have to wait for it to load again. Wait for it to load the squad screen. So that's the Italy squad: Perizzi, Cannavaro, Maldini, Ferrara, Costacurta, Panucci, Albertini, Di Matteo, is that Dino Baggio, Gianfranco Zola, and Fabrizio Ravanelli. If I go onto the England squad, let's have a look at this England team. David Seaman, Gareth Southgate, Sol Campbell, Gary Neville, Paul Ince, Graham Lasso, Paul Gascoigne, Gaza, Paul Scholes, David Beckham, Teddy Sheringham, and Alan Shearer. It's actually a pretty decent England team, that one. So if I go back and press start, as it's telling me to, we've got another loading screen, because at this time it's actually going to be loading the match. I'm going to take a sip of my tea whilst this is happening, guys. I think I'm going to need it, to be honest, that drink of tea. It's still loading because it's a PlayStation game. It's coming off of a CD. Some games could often take quite a while to load, so apologies that you're going to hear me waffle on as the loading screen happens. I can remember being pretty hyped for this game. I saw it on a demo disc on the official PlayStation Magazine UK back in the day and thinking, wow, this looks like it could be a pretty awesome game. And played the demo, was let down. You'll notice as well it's got Ocean Colour Scene written on one of the advertising boards there, because Ocean Colour Scene were quite a big band in the UK in particular at that time, and their music is actually featured in the intro of this game. And as I say, it's a fully licensed game, so it's interesting they've got that. The teams are going to be posing for their pre-match photos, which is quite funny. I mean, look at David Seaman on the right and Alan Shearer next to Scholesy. Oh dear. And now to follow suit, the Italy team are going to do exactly the same. So we're going to get to see a close-up of those legendary Italian players. And they all seem quite, well, a few of them seem quite happy, it has to be said. You can see Ravanelli, he stands out because his hair is almost silver and grey at the front there. They've done their pre-match photos, or pre-match, posing for the cameras. And now the game's going to kick off. So, yeah. Not sure what this camera view is all about for the kickoff, and you can see Ravanelli there. Fabrizio Ravanelli. Okay, so the controls I'm going to have to get used to because they're not sort of standard controls that I'm used to with ISS and FIFA games. I'm on the ball with Alan Shearer using the turbo. Yes, the turbo. So now we're going to come to our first problem, and that is shooting. You can see I tried to take a shot, and the shot animation was so long that the Italy player got the ball off me really easily. I mean, this just feels really like there's nothing much happening, if that makes any sense. I'm going to try and shoot again, and look at that. I've been taken off the ball again and again. That's 3 shots I've tried to take and 3 tackles. And did you see the target? Did you see that target on the goal, that sort of red and orange target? I'm starting to wonder now whether the target cam faces you onto the goal so you can see the target when you're in shooting range or when you're in close range. I'm starting to wonder if that's the case, because how on earth am I supposed to know if my shot is anywhere near the goal with that side cam view? I think that is a big problem, a big flaw. In a moment I'll switch over to the target cam view. I mean, look at the AI, I'm professional. They just kicked it straight out to me. Admittedly I've just lost the ball, but he's kicked it straight to me. I mean, what kind of AI is this? And again, one for Mike, my good friend the Chorizo Machine. Look how deep that Italian back four is. I mean, I'm on the attack and they're literally all stood in their penalty box, which is ridiculous. So, the cross button is changing players here. I'm still trying to get used to changing players using turbo, which I haven't heard the word turbo used in a sports game since NBA Jam TE. So, and that is a full-on arcade game by definition. And you can see that there's the ocean colour scene advertising Horden at the side there. Oh, what a shot. And David Seaman is obviously quite happy that it's going wide because he just stands there. And that, yeah, that didn't look so good. I've just given it straight away to Ravanelli. And then I've got to try to go back to David Seaman, who's given it to Ravanelli. Oh, man. And I've just given it back to him again. And he's... David Seaman saves it. Right, so here's Gary Neville. Let's try and play some football. Beckham. I might have to provide my own commentary, which I'm doing for this video. Now, that was interesting. My player there received the ball, stood still. He did not move. That player just kicked the ball forward by himself. I did not ask him to do that. So a bit of the AI taking control when I don't want it to, which is annoying. Again there, those 2 kicks that the CPU just did for me there, because I did not want that to happen. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. The freezing in place was a bit of a strange one. It just happened again there. And I think the Italians are going to score. Oh, almost. Right. Let's change the camera, because I think that target cam is significant. So let's see. Let's see what it does if we can get an attack again. Let's see if it changes the camera view when you get close enough to the goal. So we'll try and get close enough. We've got Teddy Sheringham. Yeah, I can see the camera's starting to go sideways. Ah, I see. Look, did you see the target move then? And you could actually see it. Right. So that was what the intention was with the target and the target cam. But what if you're not using target cam? How the hell are you supposed to know where you're aiming when you're taking a shot? I mean, that's utterly ridiculous. And we pass it forward. I'm going to try and take another shot. But again, look, before I've even had a chance to get the shot away, because they're still mid-animation, I can't shoot. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to try and go through their player with a bit of a horrible slide tackle. But again, my defenders are just as deep as the Italian defenders when they're attacking me, which is pretty ridiculous. So we've got Shearer on the ball now. Do you see there? I managed to move the target, but it's horrible. It's horrible. It's clunky. It's a weird control system. But they obviously intended you to play the game with the target cam. But I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the target cam, the fact that realistically you have to use it to be able to have a chance of scoring a goal. I don't like how long it takes for a player to actually take a shot. They're like limbering up for half an hour before they actually strike the ball, which is ridiculous. So we're on the ball with Teddy Sheringham again. Tried to play it to Shearer, but it was cut out, so it wasn't a very good pass. But again, I'm trying to figure out how's best to try and challenge for the ball and try and win the ball back. Panucci's getting away from me and is now going back towards his goal for a minute. Di Matteo back to Costa Curta. Oh my god. And Costa Curta's just turning around aimlessly. And again there, do you see that? I'm trying to take a shot. Oh, but you see, they're so deep, they've got a defender back on the line. So even if the goalkeeper didn't get a touch on that, the defender's probably going to clear it, which I think is a bit cheap. But look at it. They've got 3 players in the penalty box. I mean, how am I going to... I know Italian teams often are criticised for being defensive and that's their style of play. But this is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous. I'm on the attack and they've got 3 players just stood in the penalty box. It's not really something you see that much these days. Maybe that was a thing back then. Maybe you did see more deeper defensive lines. Not sure. So we're going to play this first half because I really cannot carry on with this. And Mike, Chorizo Machine, I'm hoping that you're loving this footage. Ince has got a booking. They've got a free kick. It's Fabrizio Ravanelli. Let's see what he does with it. But yeah, I can't see me playing the second half because this is bad. And you can get an idea. What's Ravanelli doing? Why did he sort of gradually swing his way round and then take the kick? Oh my goodness me. This game is bad. I mean, this game is really bad. Is it as bad as that great soccer on the Master System that we saw from Mike yesterday? Probably not. But it's not a million miles away from being as bad as that. This is shocking. It really is shocking. But I felt I had to do this video because I thought it'd be a bit of fun. Almost like a video response, which you used to be able to do on YouTube back in the day. I can't get the ball. I mean, oh my God, I've just kicked it back to David Seaman. And he's going to kick it to the Italian player. Is the Italian player going to score? We've seen a goal at least from Gianfranco Zola, the little wizard. And that about wraps things up, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this little quick video of me looking at what I think is a bad football game, a disappointing football game. 3 Lions. It's a bad game. Thanks for watching.